We are Yellow Jackets. We are full of passion and spirit. We bleed blue and yellow. We are explorers and achievers. We are friends, students, and leaders. Welcome to the Hive.
Welcome to the New Year, New Opportunities presentation. My name is Shiloh, and I'm a new student and marketing specialist here at MSU Billings.
And my name is Brittany, new student specialist here at Montana State University Billings.
So we thought we would start off today with just some fast facts about our university. So MSU Billings was founded in 1927 and is located here in Billings, Montana, of course. We do have 5 colleges located across 2 campuses and over 4,000 students actually located in numerous programs across those 2 campuses.
Across our campuses, we do have a student union building, a campus store, Rimrock Cafe, Stinger's Bistro. These are just some of the things that if you were to come visit us on campus, we would point out. You can also see our tour video, as well as check out our website and see some of these. Some additional services that we have here on campus are our student health services, located just right across from the residence hall. And so if you're ever, if you're living here on campus, feeling a little ill, you can just swing by. That's also where the counseling offices are as well. So it's a really great resource. And then additionally, we have our Yellow Jacket Emergency Pantry here on campus, across both of the campuses, I believe, and that's if you're, feeling budget's a little tight, you're a little pinched, you need school supplies, toiletries, or basically sundry, like, what would you, non-perishable items, food, I was like, what words am I looking for? Some food items, foodstuffs, there's plenty there, so feel free to either, we're doing a donation drive right now, but if you're feeling like you're kind of in flux, you can donate, or if you're feeling like it's a little bit lower, then you can definitely swing by and shop our pantry, and we're just here to help students out.
Alrighty, and a quick reminder that if you have any questions, if you're joining us live, feel free to throw them in our chat feature. Our representatives are on right now and they would love to help you out. And next up, we do have a quick video to show you guys kind of what student life is like here at MSU Billings.
Hi everyone, I'm Sunny and we have Tuff here and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Hi Tuff.
Hi. Sunny. My name's Tuff Snow. I'm from Fort Belknap Indian Reservation. I'm a tribal member of Gros-Ventre and Assiniboine. I go to City College for diesel technology. I choose this career because I don't know, it's more hands-on. I'm more of a hands-on person. Plus, I like working on things. I choose City College because it's not as big, it's kind of more private, plus it's pretty affordable for students who kind of struggle with that part, and plus there's a lot of native kids here, so that makes it more comfortable to go to.
Oh good. What advice would you give to any student that's considering MSU Billings?
Just get your FAFSA stuff done before classes begin. Otherwise, it's pretty hectic, and a lot of people quit because they don't have their FAFSA and financial aid set up. So that would be my main advice, just to get your financial aid done and apply for a lot of scholarships too, because that does help.
And can you tell us what is your favorite class?
My favorite class would probably be Intro to Hydraulics, because we get to be in here and work on stuff like this.
Okay.
It's only my first year, but so it's not really as much hands-on yet. But next semester I'll get to work on engines and more suspensions and diesel fuel systems and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Sweet. So Tuff is one of the students out at City College, so that's one of our 2 campuses. And he was experiencing what we like to talk about with our student to faculty ratio of, it's very low because he chose City College because it was such a closer knit community, so he knew that he was going to be getting some really great hands-on experience. So we do have our student to faculty ratio of 14:1. The average class size for our university campus classes is 23. For City College, it's often a lot smaller. A lot of those programs are limited in acceptance or limited enrollment. Yeah. So like I know our nursing program, I think it's like they accept 20 every semester, and some of those other programs as well. And then 88% of our faculty hold the highest degree in their field, and they're the ones teaching our classes. 0 of our classes are taught by graduate assistants. So that's a really unique thing, especially for a state university. We do have graduate programs here, but we don't have our graduate students teaching any of the classes. It's all faculty.
Alrighty. So additionally, we do have 2 residence halls here on campus. If you're planning to live on campus, we do allow students who are starting in the spring to move into the residence halls. So no worries there, whether you're starting in the spring or thinking of starting next fall. 50 student clubs and organizations to be involved in though, and we have everything from like a history club to skiing club. If we don't have an organization and you think that we should have one, you just need to find 4 other students to join you and find an advisor, and you can start your own club here. So definitely a chance to make it your own unique experience here at MSU Billings. Additionally, we do have 16 NCAA Division II sports teams, and we compete in the Great Northwest Athletic Conference. Games throughout the year, soccer in the fall, baseball and softball in the spring, lots of opportunities, basketball's in there, so definitely go cheer on the Yellow Jackets if you have a chance. And for our students who would like to stay active here on campus but aren't quite looking to compete collegiately, we do have intramural sports and recreational activities that you are welcome to take part in, and they have those going on throughout the year as well. And up next, I had the chance to sit down with one of our students who just graduated in the fall, Brenna. So Brenna is a current student athlete with us, actually competing in track and field.
Hi everyone, today I am remotely interviewing Brenna Beckett, who is one of our students who is currently student teaching through the College of Education. Brenna, can you tell us kind of how you got to the point of student teaching?
Yeah, so once I declared secondary science education as one of my majors, I started the track to become a teacher. So it started out with some intro to ed classes just to make sure that, education is something that I truly was interested in, give me a taste of what my future career would be like. And then as time progressed, I got to start spending time in classrooms. So first it was just observing, and then I taught a couple lessons. Then I got to my junior field, so I was to spend 65 hours, I believe, in the classroom, teach 3 lessons, write some papers on them, just spend time with kids, be immersed in the classroom. And then to cap off my ed degree, I am student teaching for 14 weeks out at Honey Project.
Awesome, and you're almost done, correct? The last few days?
I am, yeah. So I have, I think like 2.5 weeks left, so it's winding down.
Awesome. So like you mentioned, you are a secondary education major, so it's a little bit different than primary education where you're actually housed in one of the other colleges. So how did your class schedule kind of work being between the 2 colleges?
Not gonna lie, it was a little bit wild. So I double majored actually, so I have a biology degree and a broadfield science education degree. So I had to balance getting my sciences done with the College of Science and my education courses done with the College of Ed. So sometimes it was going from an upper division science class to an education class to another education class to another science class. So it was kind of wild, but it was good. Got a good mix of the core science, so I know content that I have to teach as well as how to teach it. So it's a good balance.
Okay, awesome. Well, what comes next? Do you have a teaching job lined up or anything good to go yet?
Yeah, so the day after I'm done student teaching, I start teaching secondary science at Yellowstone Academy, which is the school at the Yellowstone Boys and Girls Ranch. So I worked out there for a little bit, and their science teacher resigned, so it was perfect timing for me to just slip in and get that job. So that is where I'll be teaching.
Awesome. That is amazing, Brenna. Congratulations. Super excited to
Thank you.
see how things go. Once again, thank you to Brenna for checking into us, and we'll send it back to the studio.
All right, so something really cool about Brenna is even though she graduated in the fall, which if you were looking for a typical 2 to 4 year degree, you would do that with us if you started in the spring, she still had a job, even in education. So graduating in the fall, you know, a lot of places are hiring during these winter months, and it's not quite as intimidating as then applying in May when everybody else is also looking for jobs. So to start that, though, you have to apply. So what exactly does the application to MSU Billings look like? So we're going to need some personal information from you, things like your residency. We are a WUI school, so if you are a Western undergraduate exchange student, kind of from the western side of the United States, we do have a reduced tuition for you, and that's just based on where your residency is at the time of applying. And then we'll need like your address and stuff like that. Transcripts both from colleges that you've attended if you're a transfer student, or if you're a high school student, we will need your high school transcript, or the HiSET or GED are also accepted by MSU Billings. Currently we are not requiring ACT or SAT scores for our application due to COVID-19. So taking that portion off your plate a little bit if you're looking to apply, but we will need your immunization records to be sent to our student health services.
So one of the things we really love to talk about here at MSUB is how affordable our high quality education is. So we have a lower tuition. You can check out our Montana cost comparative on our website. We may even have it linked as a part of this video later, but it's definitely worth checking out, just seeing how low our tuition is, especially compared across the state. Additionally, we have higher wage outcomes. So that means you're paying a little bit more and or paying a little bit less and getting a little bit more on the end, at the end. So our city college students, on average, like the median across all 2-year schools here in Montana, are looking at earning around $5,800 more. And then our university graduates, it's $4,400 more. So some of that with the city colleges that, you know, Diesel Tech is paying a lot, Rad Tech, you know, so some of that is just like the difference in programs. But knowing that our students on average are earning that much more means that there's definitely people who are earning more, you know, than that average. So it's really great to see that it is so affordable to attend here at MSU Billings, and you're getting more out of it in the long run. So another student Marie met with, his name is DJ, and he is one of our science students, and he's going on, I believe, to grad school, but he'll share more in the video next, but just pay attention to some of the things that our students are able to do.
Hello everyone, I am here with DJ, senior here at MSUB, majoring in psychology and biology. DJ, could you share a little bit about your experience at the science department?
Absolutely. I'd say that compared to the rest of the state, I think that we have one of the best science departments here. The reason being is because at a smaller school, we get to have really personal relationships with our professors. So you get to build a very tight-knit society, and you can really work one-on-one with the professor, where I don't think you can get that at some of the larger schools. So it kind of gives you an edge when it comes to taking exams, whether they be in class or national society exams. So I think that because of our smaller size, our science department is definitely one of the best in the state.
So you're a senior, you're about to graduate soon. What do you plan on doing with the degree?
Well, I'm actually going to medical school. That's my dream anyway. That's what I hope to do. I take the MCAT, the medical school entrance exam, in the spring, and I apply for medical school immediately following that. So if all goes well, I would like to join something called the WWAMI program, and that's where we have satellite schools from the state of Washington, and they have a satellite school in Bozeman that I could attend, and I would still be a part of their school. So hopefully that would be what I can get into. And if all goes well, I would like to take a surgical residency, but it's pretty hard to get into, so we'll see how that goes.
Awesome, great. That sounds incredible. If you could give an advice to incoming freshmen who are interested in majoring in biology or chemistry, what would that be?
Definitely become familiar with the staff. The staff is going to be your biggest ally as you move forward in your degree. So the more you can get to know them, the more you can speak with them, the better relationship you're going to build. And again, you're going to get that one-on-one experience that I don't think you'd have elsewhere. So really take advantage of it while you're here. A lot of students may be hesitant because it's so personal and it can kind of scare them off, but it's really a promising aspect of the school, and I think that it would benefit any incoming student is to just really get to know your professors, and you can actually build a really good relationship with them, and it can be something you carry on after you leave here.
Awesome. Thank you, DJ. We're so proud of you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, DJ's going to medical school, which was definitely graduate school, but like really going. So that's really great to see what some of our students are able to do. So I know you're joining today because there's this idea of possibly starting this spring. And so some of the steps that you're going to need to take are financial aid and scholarships. This is what makes MSU Billings as affordable, even more affordable than like our sticker price initially, right? So one of the really cool things is FAFSA, or the free application for federal student aid. So that gets you access to work study, grants, and loan options. Our MSUB code is 002530. It's all over our website and marketing materials and things. So if you don't have a pen and don't jot it down right now, that's okay. But if you complete your FAFSA as soon as possible, there is still money for students looking to start this spring. Additionally, you do apply for FAFSA every year, so you'll want to make sure that you're not only applying for this year coming up, like that's happening right now, but also for next year, because this is kind of when that happens. So just to let you know, we do guarantee WUI. So Shiloh had mentioned that before, but it is this partnership that we have with students in the Western states. So it's the Western Undergraduate Exchange, and so you're looking at not quite in-state costs, but definitely not that big, bulky out-of-state cost either. So there is no additional scholarship or application. It's literally, like as we said before, with the address that you apply with. So that is the rate that you are looking at. You can always reach out if you have any more questions, write that in the chat. Additionally, we have just awarded some of our Yellow Jacket Excellence scholarship dollars, and there's always more to come with that, but that comes with your application, and that's primarily for our students coming from Montana. And so that is based a little bit on GPA, a little bit on location, but that is another one that you don't apply for. It's literally just given to you as you get accepted. We have Explore Montana scholarships. So those are another one that you don't apply for. We just see where you're coming from, and if it's not a WUI state, it's not Montana, we understand that out of state cost can be a little higher, but we love that you're wanting to explore Montana, and so that's a scholarship that can come your way. Additionally, we do have a scholarship that you do apply for. So we have one scholarship portal, so you just log in. Now this is all contingent. You do have to be accepted in order to apply for the scholarship, so if you haven't done that already, we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. But start with the application, and then you can apply for scholarships. You'll have like a net ID, and you can set your password up, but that gives you access to all of the scholarships that we have here on campus. And it's just, as I said before, it's one scholarship application. So you have 3 references. You'll want to double check with your references and make sure that they've filled out the form and done all of that, because we want to just get a good picture of who you are as a person, who you are as a student, what your hopes and dreams and goals and aspirations are, and be able to pair you up with the scholarship that best fits. But it saves so much time for students, because sometimes, there are some scholarships that come through your high school, or maybe a job that you're working on, or a parent's job or something like that. And so it gives you more time to kind of look for some of those extra dollars that are kind of outside of the realm, outside of the norm. But this is just so quick, so relatively painless, and so easy. And we're looking at the priority deadline for that of February 1st. So there's still time. Get your applications in now.
Alrighty, and this year we do also have some additional funding through the CARES Act, so the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act. And this is a grant that you'll need to fill out that can provide emergency assistance to students for expenses related to things being shaken up on campus kind of in these uncertain times. And some of those expenses that you're able to use these CARES Acts monies on are like things like food, housing, course materials that you might need, technology that you might need if you're taking classes primarily online and you used to come to campus, healthcare, childcare, a bunch of things. Those are just some of the things that you can use it on. For eligibility, the only thing you need to do is be a student enrolled at MSUB during the spring of 2021, and you'll need to complete that FAFSA that we did just talk about, and then the application for the CARES Act just as soon as you can get that done.
So spring semester 2021, woo, woo, woo. Who doesn't want to be a part of that? The residence halls are open for new students, and so there's still time, still space available. The residence halls will open January 9th for the new students, so there's a little bit of an orientation. I know this last semester they did virtual floor meetings and things like that, so I can anticipate some of that will happen as well. And then returning students are all coming back on the 10th. Now our first week of classes is all online. So that's January 13th through the 15th, so that's Wednesday through Friday, is all online. We don't have classes. Everything is pretty much closed on Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and then on-site classes will begin on the 19th. Now this is only if you're taking on-site classes. If you are already taking online, it just remains online. But if you are planning to take classes here in person, that first week is all going to be virtual. It's all going to be online. You'll get more information, but just wanting to let you know before you get into it and you're here on campus on the 13th, that John Travolta gif of just where'd everybody go. So.
Alrighty, so just to reiterate, we are open. We're so excited to be welcoming students back for another semester. We're open right now, so if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to our office, New Student Services. We can kind of point and guide you in the right direction if we're not necessarily who you should be talking to with these questions, but we can get you there. We'll get you where you need to go. But super excited to welcome everyone back.
Next steps, come visit if you haven't already. We have, as I mentioned before, virtual and in-person options. We are still doing the drawing for a $500 scholarship. So if you sign up, register for an in-person or virtual campus visit and attend, your name will be entered into a drawing for a $500 scholarship. Additionally, as we mentioned before, if you haven't done so already, apply today. It's a really great way to get started. And I know sometimes we talk so much about the application and scholarships and financial aid, and then it's like, again, what do I do next? So I just want to let you know that once you are accepted, you will get that information, and then you'll want to get in contact with either us or advising. You can check with us first and we can make sure there aren't any holds on your account or anything like that, but you'll want to sign up for classes as soon as possible. I know some are filling up, and so it's just trying to find ones that fit with the route, the plan that you're trying to take, that you're intending to take. So after acceptance and getting some of all that sorted, then it comes registration. We also have orientation planned. So we have our orientation, I believe is it that first week as well?
It starts the week before, the 6th is when things get started.
Before the 9th, so before you would be moving on to campus. So that'll be really helpful to just really facilitate you to the different services here on campus. We'll talk a little bit more about, we'll be talking a little bit more about
the steps you need to take throughout the semester.
Definitely. Who to go to when you're struggling or just have a question. We have our academic support center and some of those places and spaces. So definitely, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat, give us a call. Otherwise,
yeah. Go Yellow Jackets, and we'll see you soon.
My name is Brooks Quaintance. I've been a draftsman for more than 15 years. I started drafting when I got out of high school, and it's been nice to go back to school and learn more of a trade that I'm interested in. Wanting to expand my education and my career, I decided to go back to school. I could go to MSUB, go to work, and be home all at the same time, so that was an appealing aspect of me going back to school at MSUB.